Hi there again, everyone. TJ Altai 45 now. For those of you watching our election coverage tonight from the Galveston County part of our viewing area, we are getting close to having final results at this point. This is the update we just got from the elections office there. They've got 90% of the voting centers counted now. The Dickinson Community Center, there was actually 2 polling locations on election day in Dickinson. But Dickinson Community Center, is still outstanding according to the staff there. They are gotten behind, the folks delivering the box got behind a crash somewhere, and what we looked at was not anything a significant crash. They weren't involved in it, but that's 476 votes total. That's how many people voted today at the Dickinson Community Center. City Hall has actually already been turned in. Clear Creek ISD Education Support Center, which obviously will be important for the Clear Creek ISD elections, and Friendswood First Baptist are the 2 that are still out as far as the other 2 that are out right now. So we have 3 polling centers. One's going to, all 3 have pretty good numbers here, but Dickinson Community Center is the big one that has an effect on COM. It's going to have an effect on, obviously, the mayoral race in Dickinson as well, and at least one of the council positions. It's likely to have a little bit of effect, but may not change the final outcome. Excuse me for a second. Sorry about that. Don't mean to cough on the air, but that's where we're at. So one of the things you heard me talk about college in the mainland, what has turned now is with this is that the College of the Mainland bond proposition is trailing for the first time in our tally tonight, 2,614 votes to 2,590. That's a separation of 24 votes. So that Dickinson Community Center is going to determine the outcome of that bond referendum in College of the Mainland's $250 million there. Now, also College of the Mainland, however, we've got Melissa Skipworth, the incumbent, position 5. That's Dickinson ISD School District, 750 to Robin Tyra's 679 votes there. We've got trustee position. No, this is the at-large position. We need to make a correction there. My apologies. I just noticed that we cut off one of the numbers. Let me fix this as I'm talking to everyone here on that, because 13. Yeah. Okay. Now we've got it fixed. I just want to make sure we got it. So now we'll bring up, this is the at-large trustees position. Keith Henry has taken a lead in there. It was 1,607 votes. Don Gartman, the incumbent, at 1,571 votes. And the newcomer, Elias Ramirez, is there. So, and that's what we're looking at. Give me just 1 second here for a second, folks. We're responding to some folks. All right, now we're back in there. We've got some of our staff sending us in there. So that's going to head to a runoff. Right now, it's between Keith Henry and Don Gartman, the incumbent. Elias Ramirez, the newcomer here to that. Now we go into the Dickinson City Council race. As I said, what's happening there is that Sean Skipworth has a comfortable lead in that over Kevin Edmonds, but we want to wait on the election day. Again, there's 476 votes at the Dickinson Community Center on election day. That's a large number of votes. We want to check on the election day turnout. It was the largest of the election day turnouts. Johnny Simpson, comfortable for most of the night, 808 votes to Nita Clemens, 712. But again, we're not going to call that one yet. Mark Townsend, however, commanding lead over Colin Coker, 918 votes to 567 votes. We've actually already declared Townsend the winner. That's our call, not the official call there. Also, we've declared that Bill Schick will win in position number 5. Again, our call, not that, that's not from the election, final election tallies. That's just what our call on that there, taking a look at how many votes are out and the like. And right now, we now have our final results from posted by the county at 9 just happened right now. So these numbers I'm showing you are going to be out of date. And let me give it here, because there's going to be a lot of folks who are going to want to know some of these races. So I'm going to read these out to you right now. All right. So now, College of the Mainland. This is coming across our screen right now. I'm going to bring this up. That we are in the. This is what's called the final. Now, there's going to be some, mail-in ballots that still come in on the light, but I'm going to pull this up right now because it's been a close one here. The last several votes on the College of the Mainland bond proposition. I'm going to bring this up here now so you can take a look at it. This is Prop A, you see there. And in our last report, there was a whole lot of folks who had come out against it. But on early day voting, on election day voting, I should say, overwhelming folks came out against it. However, when you get the tallies together, it's showing that 2,940 people voted for the COM bond. And so there's 2,937 against it. Now, there are still provisional ballots to be counted there. There's also the mail-in ballots that come in from overseas. The mail-in ballots that were received today, but were received in time, but maybe not in the count yet. So it's 3 votes separating this. So this one we can't call just yet because the provisional ballots and how it's turn out. Provisional ballots, they do sometimes change an election. And we've seen that a couple of times, but just showing it to you right now on the screen, the College of the Mainland bond proposition is right now leading again, but the election day turnout against that was heavy. And as I said, that means the Dickinson Community Center got counted in because these are final results. So all the polling centers have now reported for what we've got. So 209,400 for, 2,937 against. In the College of the Mainland bond election. Let's go now. We're going to take a look at also here now is we're going to go up on COM. We're going to take a look at the actual trustees race. Robin Tyra and Melissa Skipworth race. Melissa Skipworth is the incumbent there. And then in that race there, she is Robin Tyra. Challenging her there, and Skipworth 52% of the vote, 841 to 770. Not enough votes in the provisionals or otherwise to make any changes in that result. So Melissa Skipworth to everybody on this one. So Melissa Skipworth reelected here with with 52% of the vote. The election day voting went against Skipworth there. You can see that number right there left, but on the total is all that matters. Melissa Skipworth there winning in that election. Now we got the trustees election. This is the at-large position, and we're going to go to a runoff here. It's Don Gartman has 1,745 votes. Keith Henry actually got the most votes here in this election, 1,837 votes. So Gartman and Henry likely to go to the runoff. There's not enough votes that are still sitting out there from provisionals enough for Elias Ramirez to move into the runoff there. Necessarily, we're looking at it. It's 1,553 to Gartman's 1,745. Percentage wise, it's close, but it's not that large. It's too large of a difference there for that. But we'll watch it. But more likely, this is Keith Henry and Don Gartman going to a runoff in the college there. So now let's get down into that Dickinson race, Dickinson council race, because this one, as I've been saying, it got nasty, quick, and stayed that way. So in the race for mayor, Sean Skipworth, the incumbent, has pulled out the victory here, 1,013 votes to 930 votes here. And he even won the election day vote count, 291 to 282. So basically, there 9 votes on election day. But Sean Skipworth victorious there, and not enough provisional ballots out to make a difference in this race here. So Sean Skipworth reelected as mayor of Dickinson. We hope to have him on here in just a little while. Now let's go look at council positions. And this is position 1, Johnny Simpson Jr. against Nita Clements. And Johnny Simpson Jr. Reelected here by comfortable margin, 1,005 votes for him, 849 for Nita Clements. Now, the other position race here, as we've been telling you all the night, position 3, this is Mark Townsend versus Colin Coker. We'd already called this rate for Mark Townsend earlier, 1,110 votes for Townsend. So Mark Townsend returns to the Dickinson City Council after being off of it for a while. And then Colin Coker with 702 votes. So Mark Townsend, the winner there. Now, in the other council race that was going on, that's Bill Schick versus Juan Ovalle in that race there. Bill Schick dominating most of the night and did so all the way through Election Day with 62% of the vote. We had already declared him a winner as well, 1,150 votes to 692 votes there for him. Now we're going to go ahead. I'm going to bring this out just a little bit. City of Galveston, Prop A, passed easily with 76% of the vote. And then David Finkley is going to be winning the position for District 2. This is to fill the unexpired term of District 2. And so this will be from now until next May that he'll hold this position, because councils comes up every 2 years in Galveston, just like Texas City's does. And so David Finkley at 193 votes wins it out. It is in there. So congratulations to David Finkley winning there. We'd already declared that one earlier as well. Let's go into Friendswood City Council real fast here. Now, there are some Harris County races on the Galveston County side, which is going to be the majority of that vote. Joe Matringa, 1,005 votes to Adam Hills, 931. Close in there, but I will make sure we get the totals on that. We've got a lot of folks asking about Clear Creek ISD. But let me get to Lamarck here first on this. So Joe Compion in Lamarck pulls out the victory, 86 votes to 74 votes. There's not enough provisional ballots that could affect this election here specifically, because it's a single member district there. And so the overseas ballots, not going to be many in that. So Joe Compion, we can comfortably say, has won re-election, but a good run from Justin McDonald. And as we've been saying most of the night too, James Ross is going to be the new face on City Council for Lamarck. He defeated Cassandra Lafferty, 70 votes to 55 votes there. And the amendments here, Amendment A passed, Amendment B passed in Lamarck, Amendment C in Lamarck passed, Amendment D in Lamarck passed, Amendment E barely passed. Amendment F passed easily. Amendment G passed easily. Amendment H passed easily in Lamarck. There, Amendment I went down in defeat. So I is the one to increase the time period that the city may issue debt there. So that did not pass there tonight in Lamarck. It's a few votes there, but they're not enough to change it in the final outcome that we're seeing there. Amendment J. Now, this is the one that allows that says the council appoints a municipal court judge, the alternate judge, the city prosecutor, as well as the city attorney be appointed by council. This one went down. So the voters want whatever the language is in the charter now. Quite frankly, council most of the time handles all those positions. They're trying to clean up that language there. Amendment K, this is one about gender neutral wording on the ballot, went down almost 60% of the vote with that. And Goldie Teltschick, the mayor in Tiki, longtime mayor, has won re-election there, 167 to 67 votes in that election. And he'll be joined on the board of aldermen will be Allan Scott, Patricia Walker. They not in this race. They're not running against each other. They're actually the top two vote getters go no matter what. But that's just how it went up. All right. So District 2, Clear Creek ISD, Jameson McKee and Glencora Rogers. Now, Glencora has the Galveston County vote 332 to 261 for Jameson. So what I'm going to do is now we're going to go take a look and see if we have any new results on the Clear Creek ISD elections from election day here. So I'm checking this live as you guys are talking to me, as I'm talking to you. So we have ballot by mails. We do not have election day results from the Harris County side in the Clear Creek ISD election there at this point. But in that race, Glencore Rogers, Jameson has 58, almost 59% of the vote, and Glencore has 41% of the vote. What I'm going to do is do a real quick count here. So we have, I'm going to make sure we're getting the right things up. So we go to these final results. So you see Glencore Rogers with 332 votes in the Galveston side of things. She has 163 votes on the Harris County side. Harris County, though, does not include election day results. Both Jameson and Glencore were at the polling location there. So we'll do a quick add-on here with that. So she has 495 votes total, Harris County and Galveston County. Jameson McKee is at 261 votes in Galveston County and 227 votes in Harris County. So it has him at 488. So trailing there with election day results from Harris County still to come. That's going to include the Nassau Bay elections there. So we'll be giving that one out. And someone was just pointing to the COM bond passed by 3. It has it. So let's kind of go over this. There's provisional ballots, overseas ballots. It's winning by 3 votes, but up until probably May 15th, we're not going to know. So that's going to be the interesting thing. Is this is going to come down to the mail-in ballots that came in today but haven't been counted yet, the overseas ballots, and any of the provisional ballots. So all it takes is to swing that vote is 4 provisional ballots count, vote one way or another in that race. So we're not going to call that one because it is going to take the count after that. It is 3 votes separating it right now. But it's really close. And as I said, what we're showing you is the final results from Galveston County. These are final election night results. It does not include provisional ballots in there. Congratulations to Ryan Massa. He's going to be the winner for Hitchcock ISD School Board Position 3. The MUD 12, that's Bayou Vista area, 161 votes to 70 again. So that bond referendum passes there for the MUD as well. MUD 82, this is the creation of a new MUD, and it's bond of deadness and the like. So that is where that is at, and that's all that. That's only be 2 votes in many cases along the way there, and that's what happens with those new MUDs. They go in and they do all the different propositions. There's only 2 people who are actually residents right now there, and they're the only ones that voted. And they voted for it. They're actually hired by the development company to live out there. And the bond referendum for WCID District Number 1 passed easily as well. So the water district in Dickinson got their bond referendum. So we've got some interesting things. College of the Mainland, 3 votes right now separate College of the Mainland being a final, but those 3 votes are when you count the number of provisional ballots that are out there and the mail-ins that are going to come in, which are going to be a few, with 3 votes there. We're going to be, it's going to be a tough one to figure that right now. So we can't call that right now. Sean Skipworth, though, easily winning re-election in Dickinson. Not enough votes out there in the mail to change that. He's got 1,013 votes to Kevin Edmonds' 930. Johnny Simpson will win 2. He got 54% of the vote. Mark Townsend, the victor in position 3 in Dickinson. And then position 5, Bill Schick winning there. We've got some folks asking us about Nassau Bay. So Harris County right now has some election day results, but right now it does not look like of those election day results that Harris County has in, any of them are from election day from here. And I'm looking now, and yes, there are no election day numbers in the Harris County numbers. I can bring that up, though, so for those in Nassau Bay that want to track it, I can just, give you a chance to look at this. Let me bring this up. I've got it right here on. We're going to go right here with the position 1, Paula Tomasi. She's going to win this. This is not, it's, unless there's a huge turnout today on this, Paula Tomasi is going to win this. She's got 74% of the vote from early voting. And there's no election day numbers in these Nassau Bay numbers. Election day turnout wasn't enough to overcome this. And then you have Sarah Horton having an equally dominant in her race against Michelle Barricky. Again, no election day numbers. We'll hold off declaring that for sure, but I can tell you, just like we did with Paula, the chances of Michelle beating Sarah here are very slim. I told you about, we already talked about Clear Creek ISD, but let's go to position 3. This is entirely in Harris County, and Arturo Sanchez looks without election day numbers here, but still looks on his way to victory there. We're just waiting for those Nassau Bay City Hall numbers to get, and there's a couple of others there. So I had someone asking about sheriff. There's not a race for sheriff yet. And you may think it in Galveston County, but the race, we haven't even gotten to the primaries for sheriff in Galveston County yet. So that's gonna come out a little bit later there. So these are just the entity elections for there. But thanks, Blake. I appreciate you asking the question, though. It may seem like, because we got Ray Nolan signs out and you got Jimmy Fullen signs out. Right now, they're in the Republican primary for Galveston County Sheriff, but that election is not until next November, 2024. So when that election happens, we haven't gotten the primary until next spring for that race there. So appreciate that. We're going to get a couple of updates on our numbers in here as best as we can. Get some updates for you as well of what we're still waiting on. As I said, we got about 15 provisional ballots that we know of. But I'm double checking with Dwight Sullivan in Galveston County. Still waiting on the Harris County numbers as well. We hope to get some of the folks that have won to come on and talk with us as well. So we'll come back with you in just a little while. TJ Alt, I-45 now.